Somebody at the position of CDF, I think number 27 in the hierarchy, issuing orders, passing sentences, 10 years. Who are you?
Who are you, Muhoozi Kainerugaba? Who are you? I think it was Joel Senyonyi who said, who the heck do you think you are?
And there's no presidency which is forever.
Yep.
You are going to be a son of a former president at some point, and now you're going to have to come to a different level and interact with others also.
Exactly. It happens.
Think this isolation and this security thing, locking down places is going to remain forever?
No.
I've spent most of my life outside of those trappings, but I've lived in those trappings.
He's lived in those trappings. Listen, Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Muhoozi, son of a president. I was born son of a president. Many of these people, whatever, I was born when he was president. But what I can assure Muhoozi, there's no presidency forever. When you're a son of a former president, life may be very different. We are the shame of East Africa.
Exactly, because of Muhoozi.
Uganda is the shame of East Africa.
Exactly.
So what you should be asking is, where is the president as far as this is concerned?
That's the mistake you do, guys. Museveni is sanctioning and endorsing everything you see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Uganda reels from a wave of arrests, abductions, detentions of the Museveni criminal regime critics, and a military shutdown of a major media house, the command of Uganda Defense Forces, CDF Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has just received one of the most chilling warnings yet. And it came from a man who knows exactly what it means to be a president's son. Jimmy Akena, the son of former President Milton Obote, didn't mince words. Standing before reporters yesterday, Akena reminded Muhoozi Kainerugaba that power is temporary. Isn't it funny that he needs to be reminded that these military escorts, the endless security detail, the influence, and the fear he commands today will not last forever. One day, he said, Muhoozi will wake up as nothing more than a former first son. And when that day comes, the protection he now enjoys may be gone. I don't think there's even may, but it will be gone. It was a warning that cut deeper than politics. It was a reminder that history has humbled leaders before, and that no family remains in power forever. Akena went on to accuse Muhoozi Kainerugaba of dragging Uganda's name through the mud, arguing that the country's growing political tensions and international criticism are turning Uganda into a laughingstock before the world. He was referring to the denial of entry to Uganda to Martha Karua, a very prominent former justice minister in Kenya. His remarks come amid the continued mistreatment of government critics, the abductions, like I mentioned, the detention of opposition voices such as Dr. Chiza Besigye, the likes of Elias Lukwago, the Yasin Sechitole Ko, and the Olivia Lutaya, and the military, again, unprecedented raid on nation media. I shouldn't say unprecedented. Pretty much they've normalized this, actually. Raiding on nation media and forcing it to shut down. For Akena, this is more than today's headlines. It's about tomorrow. That's what we're going to be doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In this commentary, I'm going to be examining Jimmy Akena's extraordinary warning to Muhoozi Kainerugaba and question if Muhoozi Kainerugaba is going to respond or even listen, and why it gained some, not even some, but quite great attention, and why many believe that this is one of the strongest reminders yet that political power may be immense, but it is never permanent. Welcome to Mordecai Murisa, and here we go.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start right away. This is Jimmy Akena warning.
Somebody at the position of CDF, I think number 27 in the hierarchy, issuing orders, passing sentences, 10 years. Who are you?
Who are you, Muhoozi Kainerugaba? Who are you? I think it was Joel Senyonyi who said, who the heck do you think you are?
The Uganda which we want. Uganda must work for all of us.
Exactly. Because you know what? We got the shares, the same shares in a project or company called Uganda.
If Uganda is this abandoned patient, let the doctors stand up. Let the nurses be there. Let all of those who care for this Uganda stand up and be counted. Son of a former president.
Yep.
It's a very different issue. Very different. And there's no presidency which is forever.
Yep.
You are going to be a son of a former president at some point, and now you're going to have to come to a different level and interact with others also.
Exactly. You're speaking to experience itself. Milton Obote was president after toppling or forcing Mutesa into exile. Was actually initially the president of Uganda, then Mutesa being the prime minister. And then he was in power up to when? When after forcing Mutesa into exile, he was in power from 1966, declaring himself president, to 1971. And that wasn't enough for him. He was toppled by his man, Idi Amin Dada Ume, who was the commander when it came to attacking the Rubiri, where the Kabaka was. And then Obote comes back, rigs an election in 1980. Remember, the victory had to belong to Pokawanga Semwogerere. But again, it didn't matter whether he had rigged that one, whether he had forced Mutesa into exile, whether he had suspended the constitution. Everything he did, it all came to an end. Someday, it happens.
Think this isolation and this security thing, locking down places is going to remain forever?
No.
I've spent most of my life outside of those trappings, but I've lived in those trappings.
He's lived in those trappings. Listen, Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
I can address myself, I can move freely amongst people because of the conduct of those who came before us. So.
And I think because of the forgiving heart of the Ugandan people. Ugandan people are very forgiving.
Choices have to be made, and those choices, many of those choices are not us to make. It is those in the first family to make the choices which is going to benefit them. But where we are concerned is when it affects Uganda, I have a right to speak. If you choose whether or not you're going to solve these other issues, that's yours. But for Uganda, I must speak. For your own benefit, it's up to you whether you decide to do so or not. But what I can assure Muhoozi, there's no presidency forever. When you're a son of a former president, life may be very different.
There's no presidency forever. Imagine we have to remind a 52-year-old that, dude, you're not going to be president. And how selfish must you be that you might be like, oh, I don't care. As long as as long as I commit these atrocities, even if you killed me. But you have children, you have a wife, you have a family. You don't care about them, Muhoozi?
Prepare for it, which is going to be off the table.
Yep.
Anything which is permissible by law, we are going to engage. But we're also ready to go and push the boundaries a bit further.
How?
But we're going to be acting in the interests of the well-being of the citizens of Uganda. Now, many of these questions are actually directed at the wrong person. You ask me questions about the behavior of somebody, and there's somebody who has great authority over that person. Who's the one to act? If you said, if that was your son, what would you do? That's a different question. Very different question. If that was my son, what would I do? This is a public office. And I've tried to plead on this basis that you are making things difficult for even those who love and care for you. You make it very difficult. You mentioned it's crossing borders. We are the shame of East Africa.
Exactly. Because of Muhoozi.
Uganda is the shame of East Africa.
Exactly.
You mistreat Martha Karua as pillar in East Africa. You're not satisfied, you go for Miriam Matembe. We are ashamed. And that is where a lot of that question happens. Who is in charge? Who is really in charge? Because this is beyond an office, beyond, it's affecting the whole country. It's affecting our relationship with neighbors. We are the laughingstock. The whole world has looked at this issue. What are we doing about it? I can complain, but I have no authority over the person in that office. So what you should be asking is, where is the president as far as this is concerned?
That's the mistake you do, guys. Museveni is sanctioning and endorsing everything you see. I don't want people to separate him from the atrocities committed by Muhoozi Kainerugaba. I've made this argument and I will make it again. Muhoozi Kainerugaba is taking the politics of his dad to their logical conclusion. Period. Don't be like, where's the president? Museveni came to power through killing people. He killed people to come to power. Now you can argue, oh, it was for a greater cause. Okay, but he killed people. So are you surprised that Muhoozi Kainerugaba gloats in visiting mayhem onto innocent people? He's a perfect student of Museveni politics.
Mr. President, where are you?
No, Mr. President is the one, is the puppet master, is the one behind all this. Quote unquote, Mr. President is the one who sent the jackbooted thugs in the parliament to break backs of members of parliament who are opposed to the amending of the constitution to remove the age limit cap. It is Museveni who bought members of parliament each by, was it 5 million shillings in 2005 to amend the constitution to remove the term limit. It is Museveni, Mr. President, who said we shall crush you. It is Museveni who looked at the tortured Bobby Wine and said, oh, they beat him really, really well. He's the same man who has called himself master of violence. I wonder, violence to whom or against whom? Master of violence against whom? Where's Mr. President?
Where are you? We are all Ugandans. We all have our concerns. There are those who are scared of speaking their concerns. I am ready to speak their concerns, but where are we going as a country? So rather than address it to some of us, you should be addressing the president. And there I will agree with Salam. Let us address the president. If I sit with the president, I say, Mr. President, things are going wrong. It's going wrong. And if it goes wrong, where are we supposed to go? Where are we supposed to go? I've been in exile before. People think exile is an easy thing. It's not. It's not. The same I was reading about people going to jail, the trauma which you go through, there are things which you cannot explain until you go through it. But this is our country. All of us should be able to say, for God and my country, what are you prepared to do for your country? For me, I'm prepared to do what I can do for my country. And until they stop me.
What is that? That's so vague.
I'll have to do it.
What?
Without apology. We should get out of this issue. We're all human beings. Muhoozi, son of a president. I was born son of a president. Many of these people, whatever, I was born when he was president. But I spent most of my life outside. Uganda People's Congress will not be quiet. And I call upon my sister parties, let us save our country. Who is going to save it for us? There are those who want to run abroad. It's our country. The Americans have had their interests. Other people have had their interests. They talked about the Great Lakes region. What is happening in the Great Lakes region? Uganda has a finger. I saw recently, it's effectively we are controlling Eastern Congo or the economic routes. I would not complain so much if it was benefiting the citizens of Uganda. Statistics, recently the president was talking, life expectancy, birth rates. It's critical. Ugandans are dying. One statistic which shocked me, 26% of the children under 5, Uganda children under 5, are stunted.
That's a blow. 26% of children under 5 are stunted. Oh my, let's double check here. Let's double check here together, right? Stunted children under 5 in Uganda. Let's see, what's the percentage? Oh my, he's right. Go on and read it. Read it yourself, ladies and gentlemen, if you can. Right there. What does it say? It says, there you go. You can read it there. Let me do this. Child stunting remains a major public health challenge in Uganda, with chronic malnutrition affecting approximately 26% of children under the age of 5. This irreversible condition impairs cognitive and physical development, driving long-term economic and health burdens for the affected communities. Unbelievable. This is heartbreaking. 26% of Uganda's children under 5 are chronically malnourished, too short for their age. Maybe I am, because I'm too short. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But jokes aside, that's really, really, really heartbreaking. 26% of our children under 5 are stunted. Now, Museveni doesn't care about that. But ladies and gentlemen, I think you got what this gentleman is actually talking about. Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Wake up from that slumber. All those trampings, like he said. All those escorts you have, the security detail, all of that means nothing. And it is really funny for Muhoozi wanting to behave. This world has had great men, the likes of Napoleon, Alexander the Great, mention them. Muhoozi, CDF of Uganda, and you feel like you're here? What's this ego that is complete madness? It is madness. Muhoozi, you're not as special as you think, and nobody's special in this entire world. But I was trying to think through the lenses of, let me show you how egotistical I am. There's been like the likes of the Metternich, the Napoleon Bonaparte, the likes of Alexander the Great. Mention them. The list is endless. But where are they? All of what they had, the military they led, all of them are not here anymore. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, get out of this. It is stupid. It is primitive. It is a cake. It is unbelievable that you do pride in that. And how disappointing. Should I even call it disappointing? Because I find Museveni to be a self-serving, narcissistic sociopath and a psychopath at the same time. I was going to say, how disappointing that Museveni would have a child and a child end up to be this. Because all parents, I mean, was it, I think it was, what president? Every man, let me show you this quote. Every man, yeah, it is right here. And it says that someone said that every man is trying to live up to his father's expectations or make up for their father's, oh my God, I need to do this. Let's read it again. Someone said that every man is trying to live up to his father's expectations or make up for their father's mistakes. Okay, is Muhoozi trying to live up to his father's expectations? And what are those expectations? His father ascended to power through lawlessness and impunity, atrocities, committing terrorism. So, is Muhoozi living up to that expectation? Because I've heard him say, Rijema and some of his uncles didn't kill enough people. He wants to surpass them. So he's trying to live up to that expectations. Were they trying to break records when it came to killing people? Or is he trying to make up for their mistakes? He's pretty much not doing this. If anything, he's just worsening everything. What's wrong with this man? You tell me, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm so glad that at least people like Jimmy Akena are speaking out. I have so immense respect for them. Because despite of the threats, they're able to stand up and speak against what we see in Uganda. And talking about them standing up and speak against lawlessness and impunity, it reminds me of a message I received from somebody. I have a lot of people who write to me, and I decided to check my TikTok, and this is what somebody wrote to me. I'm going to have to put it on screen. She said, "Hi, Mordecai. I hope you're doing okay. I am a loyal subscriber on YouTube and watch your uploads every day. I have seen a video of our Dr. Miriam Matembe, and I cannot stop crying. For some reason, I also thought of you. I know you are in America and far away from these murderers, but I still just felt like I need to tell you to be very careful of your surrounding and people around you. These people are evil, and they will stop at nothing to silence Ugandans. I worry about you as much as I worry about Bobby Wine. Please take care of yourself because we need you. We need your voice. It matters more than ever. Much love." Now, I won't mention names here. I want to say thank you so much, sister, for this message. I don't know this person. But when I read that one, it gave me, I didn't know what to think. Do I feel happy? Do I feel sad? That there's so many people who would like to use their platform to speak against lawlessness and impunity, but they're afraid because they're going to be killed or abducted and tortured. And then I am happy because I'm here. But hey, while I am happy and I enjoy doing this, using my platform to expose the lawlessness and impunity and call it out, I am missing my country, Uganda. But nevertheless, I'll take this opportunity anytime, any day. Because now that I am here, I can use this platform to say whatever I want to say. Probably I would be dead if I was in Uganda. So thank you so much for all of you folks who send in prayers, who pray for us. I'm telling you, I'm watching and I'm hiding. But if I die at the hand of Museveni, at least I'll know I died for something. And that will be enough for me. That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I immensely appreciate you so much for watching. Until later, stick around.